So we're just going to have the filling to go into the freezer, because this is a step where we are trying to make filled cookies. In this case, we are going to make chocolate chip cookies and have some different fillings, like, yeah, to make it little more yummier. I have the peanut butter, and that is store bought. Okay, so the consistency of peanut butter is going to look like this. I have the peanut butter filled in a piping bag. Okay, and then for a variation, I also have the Nutella. So there is a little bit of consistency difference, but then anything that has to be filled inside a cookie, we are just looking at a filling which is in this consistency and not anything liquid than this. Okay, so I have also filled the Nutella in a piping bag, and then what I have here is a silicone mold, a very small sized hemisphere silicone molds. So when I am going to fill the chocolate chip cookies, I will be having the dough with me, right? And then if I'm going to have the soft fillings put inside and to make it like a ball, then it will kind of ooze out. So to avoid that thing happen, I'm just going to have the fillings in this hemisphere mold to go into the freezer, and it is going to be like really firm, and so it is going to aid me to take this filling and put it inside the chocolate chip cookie dough, and then to make it into a ball to bake it. And so that filling is going to stay inside the cookie, and when you're going to break it open, we are going to have the yummy fillings inside the chocolate chip cookie itself. Okay, so to start, I'm going to chop the tip of the piping bag, and just going to have 4 filled, and I really want them to be firm in the freezer. You don't want it to be like very soft. So let's just do 4 peanut butter and then 4 Nutella fillings. So they are air bubbles, you just allow it to pop as you're piping. Okay, so now you can just tap this. It's okay to have a little bit of air bubbles, because these are anyway going to be inside the chocolate chip cookie dough, and we'll anyway have to make balls, and they're going to melt inside the cookie itself. Now this I'm going to put it in the freezer. Overnight is good enough also, but then if you don't have so much time, you didn't prepare the previous day, it's okay, but then you can leave there in the freezer for about an hour, but then we have to be like really quick. So if you are trying it for the first time, then you can just keep it in the freezer for 2-4 hours, or even overnight should be fine. So this will be part of the pre-preparations that we need to be doing for filled chocolate chip cookies. So now we are going to make the filled chocolate chip cookies. I have the Nutella and the peanut butter being frozen in the hemisphere mold. Okay, so it just needs to hold the shape and not lose its shape. Okay, so now these are the hemisphere chocolate chip cookie dough. So I'm just going to gently make a cavity in the middle and place the peanut butter inside, and then seal, and then make a ball. Okay, first, but you don't want to leave them as in the same shape, the ball shape, but you want to make it a hemisphere again. So while baking, it is going to be easy for it to have a flat bottom, so you have a nice shape as well. Okay, so let me do it again. Take a dough, and into this I'm going to get a, so the Nutella is going to be quite firm. Okay, so put it in and then gently seal the top. So sealing it completely will help the Nutella or the filling, whatever you've used, to not ooze out. So first make a ball and then work on the hemisphere. So peanut butter is a little gooey, but then as long as you are able to put it in and then have the shape retained, you should be good to go. Okay, so I am going to do 2 of the peanut butter and into this I am going to have a Nutella. So in the place of Nutella you could also do a chocolate ganache. Okay, as a variation, because you don't want the flavor of the hazelnut that comes from the Nutella or even the peanut butter. Then you just wanted chocolatey, then do the chocolate ganache, and the process will be the same as how you would be freezing the filling as well. So I'm just going to put this four into the fridge, the cookie dough, and this will go into the freezer because I want to do that in the next batch. So until you're ready to bake them, they can be stored. And now I'm going to bake these 4. There are 2 peanut butter and then 2 Nutella filled chocolate chip cookies are there, and now this will go into the preheated oven to get baked at 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 to 25 minutes. And this is just flat on the tray, so we are going to look for the edges to turn golden brown, and until then you're going to keep baking in the burst of 3 minutes to check for the outer edges, and that is when you know your cookie has been baked well. Do not wait for the top to turn into golden brown or brown in shade. Just look for the outer edges to turn golden brown, and I'm going to pop this into the fridge for 15 minutes, after which from the fridge I'm going to put it into the oven directly, and then I'm going to get back after 20-25 minutes of baking to show you how it looks like and what it is in the inside. So the Nutella and the peanut butter filled cookies are baked beautifully, and they are here. You can see it is just gotten flat, and then the bottom is very light golden brown. Okay, so I'm just going to break the cookie open out to see how the filling looks on the inside. Okay, so that's a Nutella filling. You can see the Nutella is here, and we just added a ball, right? So it is going to be in the middle, and this is not the sandwich one, it is just filled, so it is going to be on the middle. So this is the Nutella filled one. Okay, so let me just pick another one to check if we find peanut butter. So we have the peanut butter, the ball that has just spread out a little bit. So this, when you're going to bite and eat, you're going to have the plain chocolate chip cookie, and then you're going to have the flavor come in between, which is the peanut butter. You can see here, right? And that is going to be the Nutella in the middle. So you can see here it's just nicely there. It's still not too hard. It is soft but not flowy. So this is going to be a surprise for people who are going to break down on the cookie and eat, and the flavor is going to be on the inside, which is a surprise. So this is one variation of the chocolate chip cookie where we have filled it with peanut butter and Nutella.